In laying out the sequence of the lead funnel, the typical pay-per-click lead funnel, what happens is a individual will Google your city, and in my town where I live, London, Ontario, to use as an example, somebody would Google London, Ontario homes for sale. And then from there, what would happen is a person then would click on that ad and go to a website which would be low branded, and it's low branded for a purpose. When not using a low-branded website, the typical visitor to that website will see the realtor, see the branding, see everything that goes with it, all the accolades, and that in turn ends up repelling the visitor because they see the incident of visiting a website with a realtor on it, that realtor is going to haunt them, and they, that right there, they bounce. And when they bounce, they go off and they start looking for sites that have no realtor. So we avoid that step and redirect them to a Gold Rush Leads page, which is low branded, very innocuous, no big branding, just enough to keep it legal. The person then chooses the area on that particular page that they would like to search. Then they get to the second step, which is the style of home that they would be looking at. Very easy step. So what we're doing this 3-step opt-in for is a way of breaking down their resistance. Because when they get to the third step, that's when the rubber hits the road and we ask for their contact information, and that still there's a bail rate, but the bail rate's far less than if they go to a branded website. To go to your branded website, they land on your branded page with the page with all of your real estate board listings. And when they land on that page with all of the real estate board listings, they get that that eureka moment. They hit the jackpot. The jackpot being that they found all the listings in their price area style. And that's where you then start the engagement process. And that is a very long, significant process because there are 3 types of buyers. There are immediate buyers, are people who are in the hunt now, and we call that a 60-day window. Person's looking to buy right now. They're starting to look, and over the next 60 days, they're going to pull the trigger. Then there's your future buyers, and they say that 50% of people who sign up on the internet are going to buy over the next 18 months or sell over the next 18 months. And then from there, the significant group of people, 50%, they're non-buyers. People who aren't going to look, buy, whatever, they're just wasting time. So we use the systems to kind of delineate and separate the wheat from the chaff. And we can do that with the systems within the Lead Booker CRM. People that are the most recent. So when people step out for 6 months and come back, they're flagged. And there's a series of emails that are going out giving them tools, which are your engagement tools. Because what you need to do with the people who are not immediate buyers, the immediate buyers, you can figure them out, and start closing them. The longer term buyers, you don't want to start a closing process. You want to start a relationship building process that's going to be elongated. And over a period of time, then you have the relationship building skills where you're giving them the tools, but you're also doing things that are going to enlighten them and make you a more approachable individual. So they get to tools that'll go out, mortgage calculators, land transfer tax calculators, but then you're going to use your blogging process. The blogging is the ideal way of being able to build your personality and build your brand with that person without being a pitchy salesperson, because people really don't care about if you're number one. If everybody worried about who the number one real estate agent was on the real estate board that you are in your jurisdiction, there would only be one agent. And since the average person only sells 6 houses a year, there's enough to go around out there. Obviously, a lot of people are working with a lot of agents that are not that busy. So your best way to be able to get over that, through that threshold, through that wall, that consumer block wall that everybody puts in front of us, is to build a relationship with them by encouraging them with the tools that we give you, which are the iVoiceCast technology. You want to use text message, email, and phone to do this, and or email, but you're better to use text messaging because there's going to be about a 90% open rate. Over a period of time, you get to personalize yourself by giving them voice and or video. If you're not comfortable with video, then you want to use voice. If you're not comfortable with voice, then we use a person who will do the voice casting for you. They will speak in the name of your company, very inexpensive. So you have about 5 different template messages that you can start the conversation with. This one girl, I was teaching the team, I said to the team leader, she was managing the office for the actual agent, the team agent leader. She was the management leader. And I was talking to her and I was saying how it was important to get your agents to follow up immediately within 10 minutes because you have a person obviously in front of the computer. They're going to be more engageable into a conversation about real estate. So the walls are already down a little bit, that those block walls that the consumer puts in front of us. And she was saying, we have a girl on the team who's rather shy. She's a little bit timid with the phone, so she doesn't get on the phone right away, and she started using email. And she developed email conversations with her list and started doing a deal a month on a very small number of leads and just converting people over time. So this girl would probably only be getting a lead every other day, maybe 15 leads a month, and she was converting one of those people into a deal on email alone and would elevate them to the telephone. So my suggestion is that if you can start doing it with text message, email, and telephone, and start using your voice with the VoiceCast system, getting 4 or 5 templatable emails, so that when you follow up and you can't get that person over 3 different tries, you want to try 3 times to get a hold of this person, and if they're screeners, you then just click. If you're burned out, you just go to your phone and go click, and you send that message. A nice little text message doing your introduction call, and which we call the courtesy call. And the courtesy call is another lesson.